Hello everyone! We are back with more Clash Royale League Asia action. Here are the 5 good games from CRL Asia Week 3. One of the best Expo players in the world, Tengod, had a tough match up against a Dark Prince bait deck. His opponent Didabong TV was 47 HP away from winning the game after landing a fireball. However, a perfectly timed log was able to weaken a shieldless Dark Prince and create a gap for the Expo to lock on to the tower. Didabong TV thought he'd won, but Tengod Skeletons and Ice Spirit was able to fend off the Goblin Barrel's attack. He bought just enough time for his Expo to secure the hard-fought win. Sandbox secured their first win of the season with the help of Beaver's incredible defensive masterclass. With 15 seconds left on the clock, Beaver went all in on the right lane with his balloon, tanked by an Ice Golem and a Miner. A delightfully timed zap spell ensured the 3 Musketeers were stunned to keep the balloon alive, leaving a trail of destruction and for Miner to clinch the win. King's own Dragon X Ho had a tough opening game as his giant Double Prince deck was met with Pyrameki's Hut Spam deck. He responded by copying his opponent's deck in Game 2 as both players embarked on a Hut Spam war. As they built the huts, both players had to pay close attention to the Magic Archer as his arrows often pierced through the spawned troops and damaged the tower. The game was very much even before a fatal mistake by Pyrameki, a tornado that caused his opponent's Magic Archer to reposition. But he was close enough to hit the tower over and over and destroy it with a fireball. In the tie-breaking Game 3 between Sandbox's Beaver and Fav Gaming's Kentsumeshi saw both players battling with Minor Poison deck. Beaver was way ahead of Kentsumeshi, but a brilliant counter-push by the Japanese player with his Pika critically wounded him. He was able to divert the Princess Tower's attention to the Miner with a zap. It kept the Big Mama Pika alive and helped secure a precious win. The Battle of the Titans lived up to expectations as Game Width pushed King's own Dragon X all the way to the very last game in the series. In Set 3, Game 3, Amaterasu and Expo Master, both CCGS World Finalists, waited for the double elixir time to make their moves. Both players started with a Golem from the back of King's Tower and supported it with various AoE damage-based units. Expo Master was forced to use his spells to eliminate the supporting troops, but his arrow narrowly missed the Mega Minion. The second Golem by Amaterasu was placed at the bridge supported by 2 baby dragons and a Dark Prince. It was impossible to defend against this massive counter-push as the Japanese player finishes his opponent off with a tornado to direct all the AoE damage to the tower to secure a hard-fought win. Now let's take a look at the current standings in CRL Asia. The Japanese teams enjoyed their home advantage to beat the Korean teams in 7 out of the 8 matches, as GameWith and Pono Sports moved to the top of the overall and division rankings. King's own Dragon X lost both of their games in Week 3, but will remain at the top of the Korea division ranking as there was no movement among the 4 teams. However, Sandbox enjoyed their first win of the season to keep up with the rest of the division. The Southeast Asia division was not involved in Week 3. The standing remains the same. Here are the upcoming interdivision matches in CRL Asia Week 4. The curtain-raising match of SEA versus Japan will be GameWith versus Kix. These 2 teams are currently on fire, and Kix will relish the opportunity to beat the overall ranking leader. On Saturday, the only undefeated team in CRL Asia, Bren Esports, will face off against Pono Sports. A win here for Bren Esports will certainly solidify their status as the early favorite to dominate the league. On Sunday, winless AHQ Esports Club will welcome Fav Gaming. The Japanese team is on the back of a 2-game winning streak, but will have to be wary of AHQ as they are increasingly desperate to secure their first win of the season. That's all from us for Week 3. Stay tuned for more Clash Royale League Asia action!